What is 8 pencils plus 2 cups?
Say what?
How about 10 boys minus 2 tables?
Say what?
As ridiculous as those questions are, I promise you, I've seen 5th graders trying to add and subtract questions just like that, and not once ever realizing it doesn't even make sense. So today, let's make sure that never happens to you. When it comes to story problems, you can't be a number snatcher. That's that student who totally ignores all the words in the story problem, just looks for the numbers and just snatches them right up and says, what should I do with these? Let me try adding them. And they just add them and they cross their fingers and I hope that they're going to get it right.
I'm good at adding. 10 plus 2 equals 12. And look, that's answer A. I must be right.
Wow. He totally didn't even read it. Yeah, you didn't even read it. How are you expecting to get it right without reading a story problem? Didn't you get caught last week not reading directions on Google Classroom? How'd that work out for you?
So bussin'! So bussin'! So bussin'!
Mistake number 2 that students make when reading story problems is that while they are reading it, their eyes are just focused in on key words like how much more, how many are left, in all. And the problem with that is they're not called keyword problems. They're called story problems. So if you're not focused on the story, you're going to have a problem.
The teacher has 2 cups and places 8 pencils in both. How many pencils are there in all? Well, I know in all means add, so 8 plus 2 is 10. And look, there's my answer again. I must be right.
You read it. Great job. But you have to make it make sense. Math in the real world has to make sense. If it doesn't make sense in the real world, your answer is probably no, definitely wrong. For example, how can 8 pencils plus 2 cups equal 10? 10 what? 10 pencils? Who wants to write with this for the rest of the day or shove this through a sharpener? 8 pencils plus 2 cups equals 10 cups. Who wants to drink water out of a pencil the rest of the day? How can 8 pencils plus 2 cups equal 10 of anything, especially when the story problem says how many pencils are there in total? It can't be 10.
Really? Gotcha!
Look at it again and visualize it. The teacher had 2 cups. She put 8 pencils in one cup and 8 pencils in the other cup. How do you see 8 plus 2? I don't. I either see 8 pencils plus 8 pencils, or if you want to use the numbers from the story problem, I see 8 times 2 because I have 2 cups of 8 pencils. Remember, it's a story problem. Sometimes the problem is that you forget it's a story. This time when you read it, focus on the story. Don't focus on the numbers or keywords. Just focus on the story.
You got it, dude!
So let's use the chart of unreasonableness.
That's not it.
Wait, it's not
The
unreasonableness?
chart of reasonableness.
Oh, reasonableness. That makes sense. Because we need a chart that actually
Yeah, you got it back.
makes sense. All right. The chart of reasonableness. So here's how you use the chart of reasonableness. For instance, when you're thinking about the story of the story problem, ask yourself, does it make sense for the answer to get bigger? If you think it should get bigger, you're probably adding or multiplying. And the difference between those two is, do you want it just to get bigger or do you want it to get much bigger? For example, if the 2 numbers were 24 and 6, well, if you want it to get bigger, 24 plus 6 equals 30. I mean, that could make sense visually. But if you're like, no, it's got to get way bigger than 30, well, then maybe multiplication is the one you want to choose because 24 times 6 is 144. Other times, you might read a story problem and go, I think after I just visualized it, the answer should get smaller. Well, stop and ask yourself, should it get smaller or much smaller? Story problem number 1. There were 23,862 students signed up for virtual school. Since school has started, 1,432 have signed up. How many students are in virtual school? Now, sometimes when the numbers are this big, it is hard to visualize 23,862 of really anything. Since numbers don't matter in the beginning, consider changing the numbers of the story problem to ones you can hold in your hand. I like to use 5 and 2. So when I reread the story problem, I act it out with my hands just using the numbers 5 and 2. Because at this point in the game, I'm not trying to solve it, I'm trying to understand the story. So as I reread it, it sounds like this. There are 5 students signed up for the virtual school. Since school started, 2 have signed up. So as I act this out, ask yourself which is reasonable. Does it seem like it's getting bigger? Or does it seem when you act it out, it's getting smaller? Well, that one's easy. It does feel like it's getting bigger. But is it getting bigger or much bigger? Well, based on the way I moved my hands, it seems like it's only getting about 2 bigger. So that feels like adding. So now that I know what I did, now I know what to do. This story problem is adding.
Another one.
8 bunnies were sitting on the grass. Some more bunnies hopped over. Then there were 14 bunnies. How many bunnies hopped over? So now let's try to act it out using numbers we can hold. Once again, I'm going to use the numbers 2 and 5. 2 bunnies were sitting on the grass. Some more bunnies hopped by. And now there was 5. Wait a second. And that's 7. So wait, when I do this, that usually means adding. This can't be an adding one. In fact, 7 is too much. That means if we multiply, that's too much. So this has to be a subtraction or a division story problem. So let's try this again. There was 2 bunnies sitting on the grass. Some bunnies hopped by, and now there were 5. So we had 2, and now 5. This feels like I went from 5 back to 2 if I tell the story backwards. This is a subtraction story problem because you see it's this motion of me taking my fingers away.
Another one.
Number 3. A card factory puts 4,000 greeting cards in each shipment. How many greeting cards will there be in 4 shipments? And again, we just keep repeating these same steps that I'm showing you where we act it out and try to visualize the story. But sometimes the chart of reasonableness can be cut in half. For example, if there's a story problem with money and people, can you add dollar bills plus people together?
No.
Oh wait, can you?
No.
So $5 minus 2 people isn't 3?
Come on. No.
So as soon as you see that the 2 terms are different from one another, you can assume it can't be adding or subtracting. Just like we said in the beginning, you can't add pencils plus cups, and you can't subtract tables from boys. So now all you have to do to decide if it's reasonable is, should the answer get bigger or smaller? If you think bigger, it's multiplication. If you say smaller, well, it has to be division. So let's look at this one more time. 4,000 greeting cards, 4 shipments. Can you add a shipment plus a greeting card? No. So now let's just look at it and say, should our answer get bigger or smaller? A card factory puts 4,000 greeting cards in each shipment. So picture a box and there's 4,000 greeting cards in it. Now there's 4 of those boxes. There's 4 shipments going out. Do you think they're sending out way more than 4,000 greeting cards or way less than 4,000 greeting cards? Well, if you're sending out 4 of these, it sure sounds like it's getting bigger. Not just bigger, but much bigger.
Another one.
Story problem 4. There are 1,400 fans at a concert. If there are 7 seats in each row, how many rows will be needed to seat all the fans? Well, let's just stop and look at the 2 terms. We have 1,400 fans and 7 seats. Can you add people and seats? Can you subtract people and seats? No. So it has to be multiplication or division. So now we just have to decide, should the answer get bigger or smaller? Now read it again. There are 1,400 fans at a concert. If there are 7 seats in each row, how many rows will be needed to seat all the fans? Well, when I picture people sitting down in rows, every person doesn't need their own row, or every person doesn't need 7 rows to themselves. So we need a fewer amount of rows than the number of people. So this must be a division story problem. Now it's your turn. Promise me that you're going to read the story and focus in on the story. How? By visualizing it with your hands, by replacing the numbers with 5 and 2, and by using that chart of reasonableness. And I promise you that I'll be waiting right here for you if you need help. So keep pushing play.